Hey, Mr. Hey! Today we have a really interesting day. I hope you're doing all fine. That today you find great. And well, I need you to know, and I want to introduce you to my little cat. That little thing right there, she's Nala. She is a really lazy cat, and if you see her, she's kind of mad or sleepy or things like those. I don't really know. And well, today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my day, what I've done, um, what I've basically what I've done today, and what I've been studying. Because I think there's a really important thing that I need to point out, and something really interesting that I read today, which is learning a second language. It's something that it's not as easy as everyone expects, right? I need you to be really conscious about this, and I want you to really overthink about this. You are not going to learn a second language from one day to the other. That's a lie, and it takes time and it takes dedication. So I just wanted to share like three main things that I consider that those things are really important at the moment of learning a second language, and that you may think they are kind of silly, but I'm going to explain each of them for you. The first one, um, I need you to think about the second language as if you were learning it from as a mother tongue. Okay, so you need to be patient. Okay, you're patient. You cannot expect to learn a language in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, as some people have sold the idea that you can learn a language from one day to the other. That's a lie. That's completely a lie. You can understand the language by having some really general concepts about it. For example, you can know how to say hello in one day. You can learn that. That's completely true. You may know how to say hello from one day to the other, but that doesn't mean that you know English, right? You can know what it means, and that's something basic actually. For example, let's say that you know how to say bye. Bye means adios, and if you know that, that doesn't make you bilingual. That actually makes you a person that recognizes one part of the vocabulary of English. So that's okay. That's the first step, but it's not being bilingual. You're not gonna be able to speak just by saying hello or goodbye. So first thing, you need to be patient. Do not rush. Okay, just let it go with the flow. You know what you're doing. Keep on going. Keep on pushing, and one day you will actually realize that you're just a bilingual from one point to the other. Second thing, don't focus all your efforts on understanding complex English, okay? I know it's part of the language. It's part of the second language acquisition. Do not go for the complex things. Start from the basis. Many people, I don't know how many I've taught so far this, you tend to think that English or another language, I don't know, French, Korean, Chinese, any language, starts by learning the complex things. That's not true, okay? If you want to learn a language, go from the basics, okay? Go to the vocabulary, which is the base thing you can learn. Go learn how to say apple in Spanish, which is manzana. Go to how to say pear, how to say grapes, how to say things that you usually consume. For example, how do you say rice in Spanish? Arroz. How do you say things like those? Okay, things that you actually see every single day, but you don't even know how to say it. And if you know how to say that, it's because of, I don't know, general context. You learn it from somewhere, which is actually something that happens a lot. People tend to say that they're, I don't know, advanced English and things like those just because they learn some kind of, I don't know, anatomy grace vocabulary. I don't know why. But well, that's the second thing, okay? First thing, don't rush, sorry. Don't rush. Take your time It's not going to be fast. Second thing, start from the base. Do not try to go to the top without building something down here, okay? And third thing, language, it's a communicative approach, or has a communicative approach. So please understand that you cannot learn a different language alone. And if you learn it, if you are a genius, I don't know, that's something that can happen, but most of the people are not. If you learn the language alone, you're not going to use it alone. Understand that. Please, going alone in a path that needs to be, like a an amount of people, you're going to use it to communicate it to other people, to communicate your ideas. So why should you put you away from that opportunity of sharing your thoughts or practicing that language with people? Do not do that. Okay, don't do that. I know there's a lot of people that think, no, that's not possible. I can do it alone. I can do it myself. I have learned a lot of English from series. I have learned a lot of English from my computer, my video games, and all those stuff. Let me tell you something. English has 4 skills, and actually 2 of them are productive and 2 of them are passive, or we call it passive active or receptive productive. So what's the thing with a language? All languages have this. It's listening, speaking, reading, and writing. When you speak and when you write, you produce something. It comes from you and you transmit that idea to other people. Okay, to other people. There's another person that will take your message, even if it's written or even if it's spoken. Anyways, the message goes to another person that will understand that message. And then there are the other 2 skills, which are listening and reading. Those 2 is actually you acquiring the message that someone gave you. So don't put yourself away. Don't walk the path of the lone wolf. You are not going to make it if you continue thinking that language is something that should be learned alone. You're not going to improve if you're alone at your house and you're not practicing it. You want to get good at talking? Do what I'm doing. Try to talk to a camera. Try to talk to someone. Try to explain things. Try to go and practice what you have learned. For example, let's say that you today learn how to say apple in Spanish, or you learn how to say apple in English, which is manzana en español, apple in English, right? So go to a person and says, okay, look at this apple, or apple. Just by saying that plenty times, apple, or I don't know, for example, you take this, Arizona is not patronizing me, but you take this and you say bottle, okay? You learn how to say botella in Spanish, so you say botella, or you learn it in English, and so you say bottle. And one day you will say it unconsciously, okay? You will not need to think about what's that in English or what's that in Spanish. It just flows to the other people. But you need to say it. You need to express that to another person, because your brain saves interactions, saves those important moments in which you transmit ideas, in which you share with other people, not when you are alone. So those are the 3 main things that I consider that are actually the most important parts of learning a language. Number one, do not rush. I know there's a lot of people telling you need to learn fast, but that's not true. Okay, you can take it on your own time. It's not like a matter of running or who goes faster and who does it faster. That's a lie. There's plenty time, and if you die tomorrow, even if you learn it today or learn it tomorrow, it was not worth it, your effort. Well, it was worth it because you tried, but if you rush, if you kill yourself today to learn tomorrow, and by any accident you die tomorrow, well, you didn't take like the advantages of learning that so fast. So take your time, go slowly. I know you can learn it really fast, or you can learn it on your own pace, but do not rush. For us, it takes a lot of time to learn our native language. So let it just go through, and hopefully, as much as you practice and as much as you learn, and you're going to go over all those things related to the language you want to acquire, you're going to get better. Number two, remember your bases, okay? You need to build a really strong base if you want to build to the top. So language is exactly the same. Find vocabulary, learn all the vocabulary you want. Those are the basics. And then move from that to the complex part of the language. Do not start backwards, or it's just going to be really difficult and tough. And number three, as I said before, try to use the language with other people. Share, go around, do all the things that people are usually avoiding. Do not put yourself alone. Move, learn, acquire the language, and move forward from that point on. So that's my thing for today. That's my review, my daily, I don't know, my diary. I will try to do actually a podcast. I'm loving this. You don't know how much I'm enjoying talking to this camera. So that's all for today. Say bye bye to Nala, and I see you tomorrow with another video and another piece of advice. Maybe I'm going to explain other things. Who knows? So I hope it works, and if it works for you, so give it a like. And if it didn't work, well, probably and hopefully you will learn other things from the other videos. So see you next time. Bye bye. Take care. Love you. Bye bye.